excited to have a musical icon. I mean, pardon the pun. I'm also from the Bay Area. That's why I'm so excited. I really can't hide it. I know you're from Oakland.
Yes.
Yes, and I grew up in San Francisco and moved to San Leandro, and it's like 5-10 minutes away.
Yeah.
And you're just huge. I mean, I remember going to clubs, parties, and dancing to your music. And as you sang today, I was reminiscing about those days, those glorious days. Does it feel to be a musical icon?
It's amazing.
Because you are a musical icon.
I know, and it's hard. It's like I feel like going, who are you talking about? It is amazing, and you know, it's like I said out there, this was not in my plan, but God has other plans that are so much bigger than mine, and you know, that's all I can attribute it to. This was the divine plan for me, and so I just get up and keep putting one foot in front of the other.
Yeah. And you know, you are a Grammy Award winning group, and you joined your sisters when you were 26. But you've been singing all your life.
All my life, yeah.
All your life.
Yeah.
And where does that come from? I mean,
my mother sang, and from what she's told us in little bits and pieces of conversation about her past, she sang with a girls group when she was a young girl in Arkansas, where she grew up, and I'm sure it was probably religious music, but she sang with a group
Is that
of
the
girls.
inspiration?
The inspiration didn't come from her. I think it was just something that was in me, because we were restricted when it came to secular music, but I had girlfriends that I would go and do sleepovers with, and they played nothing but R&B, Motown, and I would sit in front of their stereo system while they'd be playing the stuff and cry.
And that was huge.
And cry.
Back then. Wow.
You know, really. Listening to the Supremes and Martha Reeves and the Vandellas and the Temptations and Marvin Gaye and the Isley Brothers and Gladys Knight and Aretha Franklin.
An encouraging message today for everyone. Let's talk about your experiences, your past experiences with the music industry.
Well, the music industry is wide open, you know, and back in the 60s, there was a lot of using, you know, drugs and alcohol and stuff like that going around. It was during a lot of different revolutions. The women's revolution was going on at the time. There was a black revolution going on at the time, and people were in a lot of pain, you know, even though they may not have known that's what they were trying to cover up.
That's when drugs was rampant.
Yeah.
The use of drugs in the entertainment
industry. We were just
industry.
coming out of an era where racism and segregation was just barely coming out, you know, out of it, you know.
With the Black Panther
Panther Party and all that. And we were kind of, I guess you might even go to say we might have been a little lost. Music is so magical. I think music has pulled a lot of us out of it. You know?
And that's what got you through.
Yeah.
You're a recovering
cocaine, crack, alcohol.
You've done it all. You've done it all.
Yes. It starts off being a very social thing. I want to belong. You know, coming from a minister's and a pastor's daughter, I always felt isolated and out of the loop and kind of not in with the people that were having a good time. And so when I got grown and didn't have to listen to my parents anymore, was surrounded by all these different influences, and people, you know, even today they'll still tell, oh, you can just do a little bit. You can just, you know, it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to, and
that's the first thing that you think nothing of it until it's too late.
And the thing that got me was, I've always been a person that was kind of weight conscious, okay?
You look amazing for your age, by the way.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Well, it ain't easy, I'll tell you that.
Goodness.
I work hard at it. But yeah, I was always kind of weight conscious and didn't want to, well, back then too, you know, if you weren't twiggy, your career wasn't going very far.
Yeah.
You know, no one embraced curves at that time. And so I didn't want any. And when people told me cocaine will get rid of your curves, I thought, okay. And it was very simple. And it was just the time that it was accepted.
Right.
It was everywhere, you know, and if you weren't partaking, pretty much nobody wanted to be around you. So, you know, and I was just getting to know the business a little bit and different people, and I guess it was just that I wanted to belong, wanted to belong.
Now tell us about this book.
Well, this is my life as a Pointer sister, and it's basically what I've been talking about. I did some using, some drinking, and it took me to some ugly places. I ended up in places, you know, like crash houses that I knew I didn't belong in, and I was like, ooh, I don't belong here. I'm getting out of here, just because I wanted to buy something, you know. I watched my children come down that path, my two older children.
Wow, I know you were talking about that.
Yeah, and that's what really turned me around. I heard someone say one time, your children may not do what you say, but they'll do what you do.
Right.
You know, so I thought, oh, I need to do something different.
You have to be the role model for your children.
I have to be the role model, which is something I really didn't want to ever do, because my father had been telling me that all my life, being the oldest sister in the church. You have to be the example. You have to say, I'm like, oh God, I don't want to be no example. I don't want to be no.
And sometimes when your parent keep telling you that you want to go, you want to rebel.
And look at where I am.
Yeah.
They knew.
Yes.
They knew.
Yeah.
I mean, my mother was a minister too.
Wow.
And I was telling my brother the other day that I just channeled Mom, knowing I was coming here to speak. I said, okay, Mom, come on, you got to be with me. You know, because we used to love to hear Mom speak, because she always spoke with 30 minutes and that was it.
Yeah. I mean, wisdom. And
and we were out of church early. So we loved when Mom was going to speak, you know.
So was that the defining moment,
my
kids?
Children?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
And what would you like to impart to our viewers, especially to women?
I would just say that women are so beautiful and so strong, you know. What we endure in this world is nothing short of a miracle, really, when it comes to men, when it comes to being parents, when it comes to working, raising our children, keeping houses. We just do everything, you know. And women need to have their heads straight, because that's a big responsibility, to be bringing these other human beings into a world that they're going to have to live in, you know, and hopefully make some changes that can make life better for everybody. And I think women can do that.
I think so too.
I really do. I believe.
Mean, you are an example, a great example of what women can do.
Thank you so much.
You're amazing. I'm honored to be sitting down with you, one of my idols, talking to you right now, and God bless you. Thank you for everything that you do for women, and thank you for everything.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Tonight we'll put all of the things aside.